Good day everyone, my name is Frederick Acol from BPED2B and I'm going to explain the Unit 5 Activity 1 video discussion. So first, explain the concept of relative timing. So a more precise way to look at relative timing is a set of ratios that defines the duration of several times intervals within the movement. So how might practitioners use this concept to determine differences between the classes of movements? So I have here an example. The movement 1 is performed in a shorter movement time than the second movement. So, kung mapapansin natin, yung three important muscles involved in throwing is used to calculate the relative timing as a set of ratios for two movement repetition. So, in this picture, we can calculate the set of ratios or relative time for each of these movements by first measuring and recording the duration of muscular activity in three of the important muscle involved in the action, and then dividing each measured duration by the total duration of the movement. The resulting set of ratios represent the deep structure of temporal organization of throwing movement. So, how might the relative timing structure of dart throwing differ from that putting of the shot? Hinting of the difference in terms of the relative speeds of the wrist, lower arm, and upper arms in the two movements. So, we all know kapag nagtuthrow tayo ng darts and yung focus natin is yung target natin, minsan nagiging differ yung pag shot natin dun sa target natin because of the inconsistency of the muscle. So, kagaya nga dun sa example kanina sa movement 1 and movement 2, di ba? Yung may pagkakaiba yung inconsistent nga. Yung muscle 1 is yung movement time niya is or yung pagkaka-force niya is bitin kaysa sa movement 2. Kaya nagkakaroon ng inconsistency sa movement, kaya nagiging mababa yung tira natin minsan sa dart. So, doon nga nagkakaroon na iba-ibang movement tayong ginagawa. And, yun. Next. What do movement scientists mean when they say that the relative timing is invariant feature of generalized motor program? So, when the set of ratios is the same for two repetition of the same general movement produced different overall movement times, we can conclude that the relative timing of the movement is invariant. What implication does this have for performers who practice their movements at different speeds? So, we all know that as a performer, lahat ng movements na ginagawa natin has a duration of time. So, first, as a performer, you need to learn the movement or identify the movement na gagawin mo, and you also need to identify the environmental demands na meron ka to cope and makasunod ka dun sa beat, sa music, or sa action na gagawin. So, as a performer, mas nagiging accurate yung movement na gagawin natin if alam natin yung feedback or yung target or yung main goal natin sa movement na gagawin natin or sa action na gagawin natin. Kung na-identify na natin yung action na gagawin natin, mas madali sa atin na ma-accomplish yung actions na yon. So, what implications might this have for an elementary physical education instructor who is teaching children how to throw or kick ball towards a target? So, if the instructor focus only on the target and kinalimutan nila yung timing, mas mahirap sa mga estudyante na ma-accomplish yung main or yung target goal nila because mahalaga yung timing sa paggawa ng isang act. Explain how error in a low central nervous system process might cause a player throwing darts to miss the target area she is aiming for. So, I think the problem here is that the inconsistency in movement outcomes caused by the relatively noisy process in the central nervous system The processes are responsible for concerting nerve impulses into motor unit activation of muscle and the exertion of forces of bones through tendons. So, I think may nagkakaroon lang tayo ng problema dun sa paggamit natin ng hands movement natin sa force na gagamitin natin. Kaya minsan, na-miss niya yung darts na ita-target niya. So, and dagdag na rin siguro yung environmental demands natin. So, yung noise sa venue na paglalaro